Tell me a little bit about your books and what you've been writing lately. I see you've been getting on some deep stuff, some deep topics.
You talking about my Facebook post, right?
Yeah, I saw it in your Facebook post. I see you got a poetry page too, and there's some interesting stuff that you post. I see some, makes you think a lot.
Okay. Well, yeah. My whole angle is empowerment. I think we got a bunch of movements that kind of push dependency, and I'm trying to be the opposite of that. Empower people. So you ain't got to depend on this. You ain't got to depend on your politicians or your religion or whatever. Go back into yourself and depend on that. And that's what my books deal with that too. But I do the same thing on Facebook. It's like for making these type of posts on Facebook, and somebody's attracted to that message, you are my audience. You're the same people who like reading my books. But I'm not writing anything presently as in a big work like a book. I finished the books that I do have. I finished writing those in my 20s. I'm 36 now, but now I'm learning the business side of being a publisher. And I plan on starting another novel later this year.
What's giving you your inspiration to write what you write?
Yeah, I'm inspired by life. First big work I completed is Secondhand, and that's the play. I wrote that. I was 26 when I wrote that, and my thing with that, the inspiration behind that, dealt with a lot of black entertainment, the written black entertainment. I'm not talking about sports. I'm talking about movies, television shows, stuff like that. It always show a bunch of buffoonery, coonery, whatever you want to call it. I was like, I wanted to write something that was black, still urban, but intelligent. So that's what I set out to do with Secondhands, and most people tell me I did a good job at that. So it make them think, it challenges them, it empowers them. You're gonna hear that word a lot talking to me. So that's what I set out to do. Now with my novel, I actually was thinking of the novel before I even wrote Secondhands, but I was really inspired to write the novel when I had my first cousin committed suicide. New Year's 2004, was it New Year's 2004? Yeah, I like to address actual issues, and mental health is something that we don't really deal with in the black community. We don't deal with it much, and in my early 20s I dealt with a lot of depression myself. So it's like, okay, let's do something that's gonna deal with that. And that was the inspiration partially behind In the Background, that novel. I didn't get to sit down and start writing it until I was 29, but I was dealing with that, and it's actually a process to deal with depression. It ain't just a book about depression. It's kind of like the book that'll help lead you out of depression.
Yeah.
So that was my purpose of writing it. That was my inspiration.
What might have? Can you tell us about anything that might have happened, say, in your life or in your childhood that drove you from going on the stray road of a lot of us black Americans?
This is the time when somebody would say, my church or my pastor or something like that, but that ain't my answer. There was abundance. Now, I grew up in the hood. There was abundance of everybody, taking the quote-unquote easy road, but it wasn't easy. I mean, I know these people, it wasn't easy, and nobody in my hood blew up from doing that. But I've always been the black sheep, like in my family, in the community, so everybody was doing that stuff. I was like, I didn't want to be like everybody else. So I was more the bookworm type. I thought it was cool to get A's when everybody else didn't care nothing else about it. So I just kind of fashioned myself to be doing something different. Not because I valued education that much. It's like I couldn't be like everybody else. What was going to make me stand out? I've studied what I do for a long time, and I'm still humble. You know, I think I still got something to learn. I'm always going to be learning. But as far as the sophistication of my message and my writing skill, I'm varsity. You know, just to stick with the metaphor, I'm varsity. I'm not saying I'm Michael Jordan. I'm saying I am varsity. I know what league that I play in. I know what I'm doing. You know, I can talk about it. You know, I can sit down and do it, and I can teach it. I've been writing that long. I mean, I know literature pretty well. So, in comparison to those who do have big names, that's not necessarily saying they're the best writers. You know, they had the best marketing team. They had the best way to reach their audience. If I knew how to reach my audience, it's not a question of my writing ability. Because the people I have met already, who already read my stuff, first of all, since I'm young and black, they don't expect me to write like I do. At all. You know, it's like, oh, you write books? Yeah, you know, they kind of just, well, let me see something, you know. Then, you know, if they read or if they even just start reading a couple pages, they kind of drop their jaw like, oh shit, you really write. You know, they expect a different standard coming from somebody who looks like me. So, I shouldn't be judged by that. Yeah, I'm at the level of the people who are on the bookshelf with a name. Without a doubt. I'm varsity. If they varsity, I'm varsity.